12.9 Pointers and functions. So far, we have created pointer variables for variables only for ordinary variables. Already explained to you, not only for variables, for all programming elements, we can create pointer variables. By creating pointer variables, what is the advantage? The efficiency of the program is improved. The efficiency of the program is improved, and so every element we can store in the memory place, and that memory place means it is having an address. That address we can store in a pointer variable. By using pointers, we can achieve efficiency of the program. And first you realize that now here pointers and functions. Actually, we are making function call that you learned in function chapter. Now we call a function using pointer. By that, the overheads are reduced and the efficiency of the program is increased. So that notation I want to show you. Before studying this concept, first I have to explain. Already I told you 3 lines checklist. Int v, int v, int pv, int pv, pv and v. Just always remember them as 1, 2, 3. Here variable, instead of variable, now you are using function. Tomorrow you can find array. Instead of variable, you can find array. Day after tomorrow, you may find string or structure or a file. For all of them, if you understand the 3, whether you have implemented the 3 things, then you can straightly go into the action. So, without initializing pointer, if you write any code, it leads to an error. That's why always you check up 1, 2, 3. How to check it up? With reference to functions, I tell you. Now, first 12.13. In this, you must realize one point. As far as variables are concerned, you know clearly, and v represents the address, and age represents address of age, and roll number represents, and roll number represents the address of roll number. In the same manner, a function also is stored in memory. So, it should have an address. So, you must realize that every function also should have an address. And what notation you have to write. In case of this, what you are writing? Ampersand v, ampersand age, ampersand roll number. In case of function, actually, if it is some function, you may write like this. You should write like this, because there is function's name and this is ampersand symbol. But it is simplified. Simply, it is simplified in such a manner, you need not write all this, just write some. The name of the function, even the parentheses are not required. Now, the name of the function represents its address. First you realize that. Now you see, 5th line of the program, I have defined a function, total definition I made. Definition I put on the above the main. Then I am writing the name of the function, sum, and 11th line you see, sum, just sum I have written. On the other side, the corresponding conversion specifier, percentage u I used. What you got? 657. That is nothing but the address of some function. So, you realize that function should have an address like a variable. So, if it is having an address, that address can be stored in a pointer variable, and remaining things we can see in this program. Here, first we are writing a program, pointers and functions. So, 1, 2, 3 checked up. 12.14. First we must check up where is 1, where is 2, where is 3. Otherwise, note it down. Where is 1? Actually, here in this case, declaration of ordinary variable. Here Here declaration of a function. Where is that? That is fifth line. Fifth line is 1 and fifth line is 1. There is here variable declaration, that is function declaration or function definition. Next, second one is pointer variable declaration. Pointer variable declaration, how I made, just I will give you the explanation. That is, you see ninth line, that is 2. Eighth line, that is int star pf int. Just strictly remember the syntax. If small violation also, it leads to fatal error. Now you see here, what is int? What is the return type of some function? See fifth line, a return type of some function is int. Next, what you are declaring? You are declaring pf. There you declared pv. Here you are declaring pf. Why you are declaring pf? You know, pointer to function. You name it like that, pointer to function. Here you must write star, and it should be, because of operator precedence, we must write within the parenthesis. Don't think deeply, just remember the syntax. Star pf you have to write. And which type of arguments it is taking, just write the list of arguments. Which type? 2 integer type arguments it is taking. You write them in parenthesis and write. This is nothing but the second one, that is pointer variable declaration. Pointer to function declaration. Here that is pointer to variable declaration. Here pointer to function declaration. This is number 2. Next, what is required? Initialization of pointer to function. That should be done. Then only you can make any operation. Now, where you are doing that? 12. You see, the 12th line. This is pf, pointer to function. Sum means what? Sum means already explained to you. The name of the function represents the address of the function. Instead of this notation, just sum is enough. Otherwise, if you write this also, nothing wrong. But only thing is, whenever simplified notations are there, you must write that. If you don't write that, people expect that you do not know. That only every time I tell you, documenting ignorance. Don't document your ignorance. That's why you write like this. So, now if you call them 1, 2, 3, where is 1? Fifth line is 1, 8th line is 2, 12th line is 3. Now pointer is initialized, pointer to function is initialized. Now you can use it. Where you are using it? 15th line. 15th line, you are calling function in a, actually some function, how you call? Sum ab. This is the normal call, that you know. Now using pointer, how you are calling? Star pf ab. This is the function call using pointers. See, this is ordinary function call. This is function call using pointers. By this, the overheads involved in a function call are reduced and the efficiency of the program is increased. I cannot prove it here, but you must believe it. And by using pointers, if you call a function, the efficiency of the function, the program is improved, and you get the same. Obviously, you get the, if you write sum ab, what results you get? If you write this also, the same result you get. But only thing is, you must believe it. By using pointers, if you call a function, the efficiency of the function is improved. That you must remember. And one more very good program I have given. Here you see 12.15. Actually same concept, but little bigger, because we are performing many operations. 5 types of arithmetical operations we are performing on 2 floating point variables, floating point arguments. Here actually we are using pointers. That means we call the functions using pointers. Here you see, now whenever a series of things are there, what you have to, 1 you take and study. 1 and 10 are one and same. So 1 you study properly, then thereafter everything is almost same. So Wherever some different points are there, we can focus on them. With reference to some, all the relevant code we study. 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3 with reference to some function, first you verify. 1, 2, 3 are implemented, then only you can proceed. Then where is 1? That is function prototype. Function prototype is the declaration of a function, that is 1 is in 6th line as far as some function is concerned. Where is 2? Where is 2? First one is declaration of function, that is function prototype, 6th line. Second one, pointer to function, declaration of pointer to function, that is 13th line. That is 13th line. Next, third, initialization of pointer. Where is that? 24th line. PF sum is equal to sum. Understand? 1, 2, 3 should be checked. With reference to other functions also, other 4 functions also, you can do like that. So then what happens? You are reading 2 floating point values in order to develop an interactive program. And now what you are doing, one switch statement you have created. In switch different cases. S for finding sum, S for finding sum, D for finding difference, P for finding product, Q for finding coefficient, M for finding modulus. So here corresponding function calls you are making. So just you refer S only, that is 39th line. Then how you are making function call, just you observe. Previous program I have defined that. And now you see, with reference to sum, which lines of code you have to study? 1, line number 6, 2, line number 13, 3, line number 24, 4, calling function using pointer, that is line number 39. Now that is the thing. With reference to other functions also, you notice that and understand the code. It's a nice project at student level. You write it on your own. And here one important point I have to tell you. We are dealing with floating points. Our arguments are floats, not ints. So modulus we have to find out. Modulus, obviously go for a modulus operator. Modulus operator is purely integer operator. It cannot work on floating points. That's why what should we do? We have to use the fmod function. Fmod function. So fmod function, now you see where you have used line number 90, you see fmod xy you are using. Fmod function if you have to use, you must know that you must include math.h. Otherwise it leads to error. If you apply modulus operator on floats, then it leads to error, because modulus operator is purely integer operator in C, C++. So we must use fmod function in order to find out modulus of 2 arguments. Then that's why we are including math.h, line number 4. Carefully study the code, and I give you the further explanation on this program in the webbook. Try to write this program on your own. After studying, close the book, write code independently, and then execute. It may be straightly executed, or some errors may come. By every error, you can learn new points. That point always you remember. Then gradually, if you write this type of exercises and all that, your confidence is built up. That is very much required. Then only you can take up projects. Always don't limit to concept-wise programs. So whatever concept you learn earlier in the advanced chapters, you apply a set of concepts at one place. Already I showed it to you in this chapter only. Already you learned the functionality of unitary operators, plus, plus, minus, minus, prefix, postfix and all that. Thereafter you learned pointer notations, tail factor. All the 3 concepts in one place you apply. Then by that way you are developing good programs. Here also the same way, whatever you learned, whatever functions, the pointers, all the concepts, various arithmetical operations, all that you are able to apply in 12.15. This type of projects you must undertake and perform successfully. Then only you can write, you are prepared to write